Yo, what's up guys, it's your boy Chawa Malakwani and welcome back to the YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how you can actually increase your credit score in a matter of 6 months. And I'm also going to be giving you a step-by-step guide on how you can actually start achieving that. But before you do that, please be sure to subscribe to the channel and like this video, and please be sure to comment in the comment section below and tell me where's your current credit score sitting at and how are you actually planning on increasing it. So what is a credit score and why is it important? So a credit score is a basic numerical expression based on a level analysis of a person's credit file to represent the credit worthiness of an individual. So one of the things that you need to know about credit scores are that credit scores are actually determined by an individual's credit history. So the credit history may include number 1, the number of open accounts, number 2, the total level of debt, number 3, the repayment history, and also other factors. So those are the things that all the credit bureaus actually take into account when they're actually calculating your credit score. So another thing you need to know about credit scores is that lenders and banks and other financial institutions actually use the credit score to evaluate the probability in which an individual will repay the loans in a timely manner. So for an example, if you have a high credit score, it means that you may qualify for all the loans that you want. And another thing of having a high credit score, the advantage of having a high credit score is that also you can negotiate the interest rates that you are willing to pay because you have a high credit score and the lenders see that you're a very good person or you're a very good borrower and you can actually pay out the loans in a timely manner. But if you have a low credit score, you may not even qualify for the loan. Even if you do qualify for a loan, you actually have to pay high interest rates because the borrowers or the lenders don't actually trust you that you're actually going to repay the loans in a timely manner because you have a low credit score. So those are the things that you actually need to consider, that if you want to go and borrow money, do you have a high credit score or do you have a low credit score? If you have a low credit score, please be sure to stay away from the banks because they're also going to give you a high interest rate or you're not even going to qualify for a loan. So make sure that you build your credit score to the point where you're actually going to qualify for loans and start negotiating the interest rates that you're actually willing to pay. So what is a good credit score in South Africa? So a good credit score in South Africa will have to be a 3-digit number ranging from 0 to 999. So let's break down the scale of having a good credit score to a bad credit score. So credit scores in South Africa are actually broken into 5. So let's break them down. So if you have a credit score of below 680, it means that you have a very, very poor credit score. You need to work your way up. If you have a credit score of 618 to 633, it means that you have a credit score which is below average. And then if you have a credit score rather of 634 to 649, it means that you have an average credit score. It means that that's where a lot of people credit scores are actually ranging at. So if you have a credit score of 650 to 660 or 669, it means that your credit score is actually on the right track of a very good credit score because the credit score is very good. But then the highest one, if you have a credit score of 670 plus, which is going from 670 to like 999, it means that you have a very, very good credit score. It means that you're a very, very good borrower and you can repay all the loans on time. You're a very, very good person to lend money. So you are a very, very trustworthy person in the eyes of the banks and other financial institutions. So that's how the credit score is actually broken down. So please comment in the comment section below and tell me where's your current credit score sitting at. Is it ranging at 618 or below? Is it ranging at 618 to 633 or 634 to 649 or 650 to 669 or it's sitting at 670 plus? So please comment in the comment section below and tell me where your current credit score is at. So if you are watching this video and you don't even know where your current credit score is sitting at, then I highly suggest you to go to clearscore.com or go to directaccess.com where they'll actually give you your first free credit score check, and then they will tell you for free that where your credit score is sitting at and how you can actually increase it. So you can go to clearscore.com or go to directaccess where they'll actually give you a free credit score check, and I've left the link in the description below for you to go and check that out. So how can you increase the credit score in South Africa? So I'm actually going to be sharing with you the 5 best tips in which you can start increasing your credit score immediately after watching this video. And guys, please be sure to watch this video to the end and don't skip any part of these videos because all the parts that I'm actually going to be sharing with you in this video are very, very important and you don't want to miss any of these parts because all of them are important, and by using them step by step, you can start effectively increasing your credit score within a matter of 6 months. The first step that will actually increase your credit score in a matter of 6 months is to check your credit record for any errors. So one measure that you can take immediately after watching this video is to go and check your credit record for any errors or any inconsistencies. So remember that your credit record is actually calculated by the credit bureaus using your repayments and also your account history. So your credit record can actually be subjected to mistakes. So one thing that you can do by that is that you can actually contest for all those black marks in your credit record. For example, they say that on your credit record you actually made a late payment, but you know for a fact that that payment wasn't late. So you can go and contest on that and tell them that they've actually made a mistake with your credit record, that they've actually said you've made a late payment, but the payment wasn't late. And by contesting and doing that, you can actually earn yourself a few extra points by doing that, because that was a mistake on their side. So that's the first thing that you can do, is that you can check your credit records for any errors and any inconsistencies, and if there are any, you can go and contest for them and earn yourself some few extra points. Second step to increase your credit score is to actually pay off your debts. So you should pay off as much and as many possible debts as you can possibly can, or as you can possibly remember, because all of these debts actually have a huge impact, or have a big impact on your credit score and also on your credit record. And the best way for you to start, if you want to actually start paying off your credit record, is to actually pay your credit card account, because the credit card accounts are the ones that actually have a high interest rate. So if you actually want to start paying your accounts, that's the best way, or that's the best place for you to actually start paying them off. Third step that will actually increase your credit score in a matter of 6 months is to reduce your credit card utilization ratio. So this one is a very, very important step. So your credit card limit and the amount you owe in your credit card actually have a big impact on your credit record or on your credit score, and this is known as the credit utilization ratio. So for example, let's say you have a available credit card and your credit card has a limit of 10,000 rands, and you've used 5,000 rands of that credit card. It means that you've utilized 50% of your credit card, and this is not a very, very good thing according to the lenders. So the highly most recommended utilization ratio rather for credit card is to actually use 30% of your credit card or lower and keep it at that. So for example, if you're using 5,000 rands of your credit card, start by using 3,000 rands and start keeping it lower than that. Another thing that you need to know is that if you keep your credit card lower than that, it shows to the lenders that you're actually a very, very good borrower according to the banks, right? So that's a very, very good indication to the banks that you are very, very disciplined person, despite having huge credit card limit, to actually utilizing 30% of it, and that's the highly recommended ratio, or to actually utilize a credit card. Another thing you need to know is that if you pay for credit card accounts before the due date, that's another thing that also increases your credit score. That if you pay them before the due date, for example, let's say you're always paying your credit card accounts maybe on the 1st of every month, but if you start paying them maybe 5 days before your due date, that will actually see to the lenders that you are a very, very good person and you are a very, very disciplined person. So that's the first thing, that you should utilize your credit card ratio and keep it at 30% or below. And then the second thing is to pay all your credit card accounts before the due date. The first step that will increase your credit score in a matter of 6 months is to settle and close accounts. So by closing settled accounts, it actually reduces the number of open accounts which are actually associated with your name. Because if you have a lot of accounts which are actually associated with your name, that will show to the lenders that you have a high level of borrowing, and that will actually have a big harmful effect on your credit record. So please be sure to go and close that Truist account or that Mr. Price account that you've been having and settle those accounts. But please be sure to not close all of those accounts, because if you should not close all of those accounts, because to the lenders it also has to show that you can actually borrow money and you can actually pay it off. So those are the things that you need to consider, that if you have a lot of open accounts associated with your name, try to reduce them and not close all of them, because that will also effectively increase the credit score, and you look good to the lenders and also other financial institutions. Last step that will increase the credit score in a matter of 6 months is to actually increase your credit limit. And then there are two ways in which you can do that. So the first way is to either increase the credit card limit, or the second way is to either open a new credit card. So if you actually want to increase the credit limit from maybe, let's say, from 10,000 rands to like 20,000 rands, the thing that you need to consider is that first, will I be able to afford it, and also will I be paying it on time, and also will I be able to not max out my credit cards every month, because as I've mentioned before, that you need to keep your credit card utilization ratio at 30%. So that's a very, very big thing to also consider. But the second one, if you actually want to open a new credit account, that's a highly, highly recommended one, because it will show to the lenders or to the borrowers that you are a very, very trustworthy person by having 2 credit cards, and also by keeping your credit card utilization ratio below 30%. So those are very, very 2 things which are major, which can actually increase the credit score in a matter of 6 months. The first one is by increasing the credit card limit, and also the second one is by opening a new credit card. So the only thing that you need to consider is whether will I be able to pay it, and also will I be able to afford it, and also will I be able to pay it on time. Those are the 3 things that you need to know before actually doing all those things, by actually increasing your credit card limit or by opening a new credit card. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, I'm definitely sure that you're actually going to enjoy this video right here, where I talk about how you can actually buy livestock with just using your smartphone, or how you can actually buy a cow with just using your smartphone. So I highly recommend you to go and watch this video right here, where I talk about livestock and how you can actually get into that game.